The main course of my potluck party will be chicken drumettes, marinated in balsamic vinegar and honey. Fresh rosemary and garlic give them lots of flavor. Then, while the chicken bakes, I reduce the marinade to make a sauce. I'm gonna make plenty. I know my friends will love these balsamic chicken drumettes. The first thing I want to do for my drumettes is make the marinade. So let's start by measuring the balsamic vinegar. I'm gonna use a ½ cup of balsamic vinegar. It's smooth and it's sweet and it's thick, and when you cook it, the sugar comes out and creates this wonderful coating on the drumettes. There we go. So ½ cup of balsamic vinegar into the bowl. Nice. Now, for a little more sweetness, I'm gonna add some honey. Now the thing about the honey is it kind of creates thickness in the marinade, so when you eat the drumettes, they're slightly thick and chewy and sticky, which I absolutely adore. So ½ cup of honey. We'll get that all out. And I might use a little spatula here to help me get the rest of the thick honey. It also adds a little floral sweetness that nothing else can do. So a little honey. And no salt. We are gonna add some soy sauce. Now soy sauce comes from fermented soybeans. About ½ cup. And we also need some brown sugar because I love the smokiness of the brown sugar. So ½ cup, and you gotta pack it down. And we'll add the brown sugar right in there. Now, just give that a quick stir, just to dissolve the honey and mix everything together. Okay, now, garlic. Gotta add some garlic. So I'm gonna use 5 cloves of garlic. I know it sounds like a lot, but I'm just gonna smash them and cut them in half, just to infuse the marinade with the flavors. All right, I'm just gonna cut them in half. Perfect. And we'll put them straight into the marinade. Give it a quick little stir. Perfect. So now, I've got my chicken drumettes in a resealable plastic bag, so it's easy cleanup. Just open the bag. We'll add the marinade right into the bag. And we have one more thing to add. I'm gonna add a bunch of rosemary sprigs. The rosemary is gonna do the same thing as the garlic. It's gonna infuse the marinade and give it a nice piney, deep flavor. Try and take most of the air out of the bag. Go ahead and seal it. Now that it's sealed, you just take the whole bag in your hands and sort of just massage the marinade all over the chicken. Great, now all I have to do is put the drumettes in the fridge and let them marinate for 2 hours. It's time to get the drumettes in the oven. My friends are coming over soon, so I've got to cook these guys. So now, the chicken drumettes have been marinating for 2 hours, and they've absorbed all of the soy sauce, the balsamic vinegar, the brown sugar, and the honey, and of course, the garlic and the rosemary. So I just want to put them on this sheet pan, and I've covered the sheet pan with tin foil just to make cleanup that much easier. You want to lay them on the baking sheet evenly, that way they all cook at the same time and they get nice and crispy and brown. Okay, so now, instead of getting rid of the marinade, I am gonna pour it into the saucepan. And I'm just gonna reduce it until it's thickened for about 15 minutes. And brush it on top of the drumsticks once they're cooked. We're just gonna toss the rosemary. We don't need that anymore. Okay, so let's just simmer this. And then we'll brush it when the chicken drumettes are done. In the meantime, I'm gonna get these in the oven. 450 degrees for 30 minutes, and they are going to be crispy and brown and so good. My marinade has reduced, and it's nice and thick, like a glaze. Look at that. rich and thick. So, before I get my drumettes out, I want to chop some fresh parsley. I love to add some fresh parsley on top of my cooked drumettes, only because it adds nice flavor and a lovely color. So now, put that on the plate, just like that. And I'm ready to grab my drumettes. They've been cooking for 45 minutes, and I smell them already. Look how good that looks. See, they're nice and brown. And I am going to brush them with the glaze. Nice, thick glaze. It'll give them lots and lots of flavor. Boy, oh boy. Does that look good or what? So now, I'm gonna sprinkle some toasted sesame seeds right over the top. And see, they stick to the drumettes because of the glaze. Right there. And they add a little bit of crunch and a little bit of a nutty flavor. Just like that. And for the final touch, some parsley. Over the top. See how pretty they are? They're so cute. All right, time for the presentation dish. That's it. It's time to relax and enjoy my potluck party.